morning to one and all. On behalf of hostel team, I'm Mubashra Hassan, Warden of Girls Hostel, Temple University. Heartily welcome you all to the webinar on a very pertinent topic that is staying healthy during COVID-19 pandemic, being organized by a hostel team in Edinburgh University, Lucknow. Most health advice can be boiled down to simple behaviors like eating a balanced diet, exercising, and getting good sleep. During a pandemic like COVID-19, these actions are especially crucial for maintaining our physical and mental well-being. But social distancing has complicated the things. How are you supposed to keep right when you are living on non-perishables? How can you work out when you are cooped up at home? How can you sleep when you are anxious about everything? To answer these questions and to help us combat with this, we have two eminent speakers with us who are experts of their own fields and who will be giving tips to help us stay physically healthy, mentally sharp, and emotionally connected during the COVID-19 pandemic. Our two distinguished speakers are Dr. Zeba Peelman, Professor, Department of Education, Integral University, Lucknow, and Mr. Ahmed Mubin Haris Sir, Center Manager, Nutrition Consultant, Multifit Grant. From the organizing team, we have Professor Syed Misbahul Hassan Sir, Provost and Dean Faculty of Pharmacy, Dr. Sabah Siddiqui Ma'am, Deputy Provost and Head of the Department, Integral Institute of Agricultural Science and Technology, Dr. Mohammed Faisal Sir, Chief Warden and Head of the Department of Computer Application, and Dr. Salman Khan, Deputy Chief Warden, Integral University, Lucknow. The lockdown measures have had a great impact on everyday life, often associated with negative influence on psychological well-being. These circumstances have exacerbated a series of psychological conditions, including emotional exhaustion, various depressive symptoms. Thus, it has become the need of the hour to make effort for maintaining psychological resilience in this pandemic. To talk about this theme, I would like to invite Dr. Zeba Atilman, an esteemed professor of Department of Education, Integral University. She is the professor in the area of personality development and clinical psychology. Ma'am is having a teaching experience of more than 17 years, including more than 15 years in Integral University, Lucknow. Professor Zeba Ma'am is having more than 25 research papers to her credit in various national and international acclaimed journals. She is frequently invited for discussions at distinguished colleges and universities for expertise in her field. With these words, I would like to invite Professor Zeba Ma'am to kindly enlighten us with her valuable insights.
Thank you, Mubashra.
Very good morning to you, ma'am.
I am honored
Welcome.
that you have given a very good welcome speech for me. I am just a learner of psychology and I have come here to just give you some thoughts regarding your mental health issues in this pandemic era. And this has continued for the 6 months have passed on. In a WhatsApp, I was reading that we are nearing the birthday of Corona, yet it is not over. But still, we have to bear the circumstances and to live with it. For that, I have made a small PPT regarding how you can maintain your mental resilience in this time. Now I will share this with you all and discuss slide wise.
So Haris sir, I think ma'am is having some issue. So I request you to please take your session. Just give me some time, sir.
Perfect. Okay, we can go ahead with the session.
Yes,
I'm
yes,
prepared.
yes. Okay. So, dear friends, as we all know that good nutrition is crucial for health, particularly in times when the immune system might need to fight back. What we eat and drink can affect our body's ability to prevent, fight, and recover from infections. So, eating a healthy diet is very important during the times of COVID-19 pandemic. I'm honored and pleased to welcome and introduce our today's speaker, Mr. Ahmed Mobeen Harissar, Center Manager, Multifit Brand. Before pioneering as a nutritionist, Harissar graduated in Hospitality and Hotel Management from Institute of Hotel Management, Bangalore. Later, Sir pursued MPA from Institute of Management, Nirma University. Sir has got diploma in nutrition as well as diploma in diet planning and weight management from Fab Academy. He has got 2 years experience in fitness industry. After a burgeoning based learning, Sir is presently working with Multifit as center manager and Bodymetric as head of the business. I request Mr. Ahmed Mobeen sir to kindly lighten our participants with his exposure and experience. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, Mubashra, for the kind welcome. I'll just quickly give you a brief about my profile, what is the background I come from, and how fitness and nutrition industry happened for me. I pursued hotel management in the year 2011 till 2014. In that particular year, I got to know there was a subject in the field of nutrition from where my interest dived toward it. Then I pursued my management from Nirma University. I did it from 16 to 18, 2016 to 18, with majors in marketing. And in that particular year, I got to know about this particular lady named Miss Sapna Vyas, who has built an entire career in the domain of fitness. So after management, basically you go for corporate jobs only. You think that this is the only line where you can build a long-lasting career, which I got an insight that I can actually club my passion with my profession. So in the year 2018 itself, I had applied for Multifit, and that was a year when they told me that I need to have certain qualifications in the field of fitness or nutrition to be a part of their energetic and enthusiastic team. So at that time, I took up a job in the corporate industry. I was working with ICICI Prudential as a project manager. For some time, I did that. And within the I spent some time over there, and every day I felt like that this is not what I want to do. And then and there itself, I decided that I would take a leap of faith. I'll switch my industry. I'll take a break of some particular months, study my courses. I complete my courses, and I'll apply again in this particular organization. So I took a break of approximately an year, and I did a night shift job just to sustain myself financially. In the morning, I used to study. In the night, I used to do my job. Then, all the efforts paid off well when in the year 2019, it was October, when I had applied for Multifit, and finally I got a call that yes, I can join from the month of January. So before that only, I had started working freelance model, and I had started working with Talwakars as well. Then I got a full time job in the month of January, as I told you, with Multifit. So I came here in Pune, and it has been almost 10 months now that I have been part of this team, and every day has been beautiful. So talking about this pandemic, I'll just to quickly come to the topic which I have to go about, which is nutrition and lifestyle tips to boost immunity. Uh, I'll start it off by talking about COVID-19. So, if you talk about COVID-19, it is an infectious disease caused by a new discovered strain of coronavirus, and it is a type of virus known to cause respiratory infections in humans. So, a disclaimer right away is that you won't find any food or dietary supplement that can prevent or cure COVID-19 infection. Healthy diets are important, that is there, just because it would support your immune system, and a good nutrition can reduce the likelihood of developing other health problems, including obesity, heart disease, diabetes, and sometimes of cancer. So when you see the fatality rate of COVID, which is happening, it is happening majorly in people having some sort of complications which is already there in the body. For example, fatality rate for diabetic patients is approximately more than 90%. So if you have diabetes and you unfortunately, if you get COVID, then there's a 90% chance that you might not survive through it. So that's the whole idea about why do you have to keep yourself healthy by having good nutrition and good exercise. So moving forward, we have importance of immunity in today's world. So how does this immunity how does immunity system works, immune system works? So there are many cells and organs that work together to protect the body. So basically WBCs, also called as leukocytes, play an important role in the immune system. So there are some types of white blood cells that are called phagocytes, जो आपके जो है ऑर्गेनिजम्स, जो भी एक्सटर्नल ऑर्गेनिजम्स होते हैं उनको च्यू करते हैं, उनको जो है कंप्लीटली वाइप इट आउट फ्रॉम योर बॉडी, एंड अदर आर कॉल्ड एज lymphocytes. So these bodies help the body remember the invaders and destroy them. So basically, these like lymphocytes are the intelligence system of your body. So they tell you the moment any of the similar microorganisms enter your body, so they directly contact phagocytes and they tell them that, boss, this is something which we have to tackle to again, and you have to come and handle the situation right away. And building immunity, as I told you, is a complete amalgamation of many factors putting together on the table. So as I told you, there's no magic fruit or there's no magic exercises that you can do and you're sorted for life. That is not going to happen. So if I talk about the factors that affect your immunity, so the first major factor is we need to have a balanced diet. So a balanced diet comprises of whole fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, whole grains, and a lot of water. So when I talk about water, so water is one of the major contributor to your body. It comprises of approximately 70%. So like in terms of why do we have to have water for proper flow of fluids in the body, for proper reach of nutrients to each and every part of the body. And so, on an average, it is said that for every 20 kg, a person needs to have 1.5 liters of water. So, for example, let's say I am 80 kgs, so I need to have a bare minimum 6 liters of water, like on a daily basis. So that is the calculation that we go about, and it can be somewhere around 4 to 6 liters can be an ideal range for me. So it depends from body to body. So for example, if somebody is 60 kgs, so for them it would be somewhere around 3 to 4 liters of water would be more than enough. And if a balanced diet, for example, if a balanced diet is not readily accessible for you, so then at that time you can take multivitamins containing RDA for several nutrients may be used. But then your hostel premises and things like that, I know for a fact that you guys have got quality food, and you have got all the food that has all the major nutrients that needs to be covered. So you just need to have the right idea about how much you need to have, and you need to have the food according to that. And for a fact, I know that there would be the students, all of us have like especially all the speakers have gone through the age of the teenage age, or the age when everybody has gone through the college life. So we know that because of certain external factors and the idea of looking cool, we try to have the habit of smoking inculcated in our life, which like we start with one smoke or two smoke a day, and like within seconds we are smoking 10 cigarettes a day, and we have no idea about how did it happen. So smoking is really a bad habit. It is not going to, like, people who smoke, I would request them that, like, if you cannot leave it right away, try to reduce it and try to get rid of it as soon as possible, because this habit not only is financially giving you problems, because like for example that's the amount you can invest on your good food. You can invest on certain things which can help you to build your body in a much better way, because ultimately your physical and mental health is going to help you sustain this cruel world, nothing else. So स्मोकिंग क्या करता है आपका कि जो आपके ब्लड पाइप है उसमें इट कॉजेज सर्टेन थिंग्स कि आपको जो है ऑब्स्टिकल्स क्रिएट कर देता है. अगर आपका ब्लड फ्लो अच्छा नहीं है तो फिर आपको प्रॉब्लम आएगा कि आपका न्यूट्रिएंट आपको जो है ठीक से अब्जॉर्ब नहीं करेगा आपकी बॉडी अलग अलग जो है जगह पे. एंड फिर वो आपको, अगर आपके क्लॉट ज्यादा बड़े हो जाते हैं तो हेमोरेज एंड अ लॉट ऑफ प्रॉब्लम्स आल्सो गेट एसोसिएटेड विद इट. नाउ द नेक्स्ट पॉइंट. सो personally, like drinking is also something which should be avoided. People who drink should have it in moderation, but it should be avoided, to say the least. Then a perfect moderate program of regular exercises should be something which should be inculcated in everyone's life. Age is not a barrier. I have been in this industry for 2 years now, and I have seen say people from the age of 14 to the age of 70 working out and having a solid capacity of strength and stamina. And the only secret to that is consistency and regular efforts towards exercise. So आपका एक्सरसाइज आपको जो है बहुत चीजों में आपको हेल्प करता है, स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम योर कार्डियोवेस्कुलर हेल्थ, and pumping blood to all the important organs and other limbs. एंड आपको उस कंटिन्यूएशन में रखता है कि आप प्रॉपर तरीके से आपकी बॉडी फंक्शन करती रहे, चाहे जो भी हो. सो एक्सरसाइज इफ यू आर नॉट इंकलकेटिंग इट, यू अभी तो योर बॉडी इज एट प्राइम. मतलब अभी यू वुड बी समवेयर अराउंड, ऑल द स्टूडेंट्स वुड बी इन द एज फ्रेम ऑफ अप्रोक्सीमेटली 18 ईयर्स लेट्स से टू मास्टर्स एंड पीएचडी जो कर रहे होंगे वो 30-35 तक की. So this is the age where your body is at its very prime and it won't have any problem even if you exploit it through and through. But इसके बाद what will happen is that की body is just like a machine. आप उसकी सर्विसिंग नहीं कराओगे तो वो मशीन खराब होगी ही होगी. एंड जब उसका मेंटेनेंस आपको बाद में जो आपको करना पड़ेगा, इट वुड बी मच मोर एंड वेरी मच ब्रूटल देन व्हाट यू हैव टू डू अभी, अगर आप अभी से एक्सरसाइज करनी शुरू कर देते हो. Then there's another factor which is very important, which we don't consider, and especially after the internet expansion in the entire world, all the youth has been busy. अब तो TikTok ban हो गया, वरना पहले तो लोग TikTok ही बनाते रहते थे. So now, like you can aim for at least 7 to 9 hours of sleep on a daily basis. Try to keep a sleep schedule. Having a sleep schedule, waking up cycle, going to bed around the same time each day helps you build a body clock which regulates feelings of sleepiness and wakefulness. So having a consistent sleep schedule maintains a balanced circadian rhythm so that we can enter deeper, more restful sleep. And recovery is one of the major factors for your body, which we as people don't consider. सबके दिमाग में चलता है कि फिटनेस का मतलब ये है कि आप न्यूट्रिशन और एक्सरसाइज करो. That is there, that is definitely there, but another important factor is recovery, which has to be there. And as ma'am is also there, which would be telling you about how to manage stress during these times. So there should be a proper aim and a program to manage your stress, because this is easier said than done, no doubt about that. But try to find some healthy strategies that work well for you and your lifestyle. They can be exercise, they can be meditation, a particular hobby. You can have, like you like to play football, you like to play basketball, you can practice this in your open area, or taking or talking to a trusted friend can be one. Another tip is to practice regular conscious breathing throughout the day when feeling of stress arises. So it doesn't have to be long enough, even a few breaths can help. एंड स्पेशली अभी जैसे वायरस का जो स्प्रेड है उसकी वजह से यू हैव टू मेक श्योर दैट यू आर वॉशिंग योर हैंड्स थ्रू आउट द डे, कीपिंग योरसेल्फ सैनिटाइज्ड, and whenever coming from the outdoors, before and after preparing or eating food, after using the toilet, after coughing or blowing nose, just make sure that you wash your hands and keep yourself sanitized. So another factor which is there is how stress and anxiety affects our immunity is. So when we are stressed, so the immune system's ability to fight antigens gets reduced. So उस वो reason क्या होता है कि we are more susceptible to infections उस time पे. The stress hormone जो आपका corticosteroid है, that gets suppresses the, like it can suppress the effectiveness of the immune system. So when you are stressed, तो body का फोकस डाइवर्ट हो जाता है कि उधर भी उसे फोकस करना है, एंड जो बाकी आपका एंटीजन आया है उस पर भी उसे फोकस करना है. तो द इफेक्टिवनेस ऑफ फाइटिंग द एंटीजन इज डेफिनेटली गोइंग टू गेट रिड्यूस बिकॉज द एफर्ट्स आर गेटिंग डाइवर्टेड. Now, the nutrition part. So, roles of micronutrients, macronutrients, and minerals in your diet. I would just give you a brief about that. So you can inculcate these particular macro, micro, and minerals in your diet. So, good nutrition is very much essential to a strong immune system, which may offer protection from seasonal illness and other health problems. Not a single food or supplement can prevent illness. That is, like, I have been repeating it again and again. And but you may help support your immune system by including these nutrients in your overall eating plan on a regular basis. So the first and the foremost is protein. So protein plays a role in the body's immune system, especially for healing and recovery. So eat a variety of protein foods, including seafood, lean meat, poultry, eggs, beans, and peas. Soy products and unsalted nuts and seeds can be used as well. So even if you are a vegan, you are a vegetarian or a non-vegetarian, you have all the sources which are rich in protein that you can consume on a daily basis. and that you should include in your diet for sure. So, and then vitamin A is there during these times. It helps regulate the immune system. It protects against infections by keeping skin and tissues in the mouth, the stomach, and intestines and respiratory system healthy. Uh, you can get these vitamin from foods such as sweet potato, carrots, broccoli, spinach, red bell peppers, eggs, and milk or some cereals as well. So you can see if you are having there are certain cereals in the market which are having vitamin A in their particular content. You can see on the back, and you can get an idea from the same. Vitamin C, you must be having an idea about vitamin C because it is one of the most talked about vitamin when talking about immunity, because it supports the immune system by stimulating the formation of antibodies. So there are sources of healthy vitamin such as oranges, grapefruit, or tangerines. Papaya can be had. Strawberries are very much famous for the same. Tomato juice or foods fortified with vitamin C. Again, they are present in some cereals. You can have some idea by following the same method. Then we talk about vitamin E, which works as an antioxidant and may support immune function. It includes vitamin E. Like including vitamin E actually helps you in, like, you can have it from vegetable oils, almonds, sunflower seeds. You can have it from peanut butter, and peanut butter is one of those particular things which is readily available in the market, and it has been doing wonders for everyone because it contains uh, quality fats, and fats are also essential. So it is not like if a person is obese, so he or she doesn't require any fat. It is never like that. It is a particular amount of fat is always required for a body, that is there. Fats are very much helpful for they help in आपका जो growth hormone secretion होता है, या फिर आपका testosterone secretion जो होता है, उसमें it acts as a very solid ingredient, and it promotes them very well. Zinc helps the immune system work properly, and it may help heal wounds also. Zinc can be found in all of the lean meats, poultry, seafood, milk, whole grain products, beans, seeds, and nuts. So this is the whole idea about all the, like, the major micronutrients and the macros that you need to have in your diet. You should also have quality carbs, because carbs are one of the major source of energy for your body. So do not deprivate your body just for the sake of doing it, but do not overdo it as well. So just consider your body as a bike. So बाइक में अगर आप जो है ज्यादा पेट्रोल नहीं डालोगे और कम पेट्रोल है, तो गाड़ी एक जगह जा करके जो है रुक जाएगी. एंड अगर आपने एंड अपने साथ क्या है कि अपनी टंकी, which is our stomach, can expand. It is not like a bike exactly. So if, for example, in a bike, when you put in a particular amount of oil, it gets filled. So उसके ऊपर आप पेट्रोल नहीं डाल सकते हो. लेकिन बॉडी के साथ ये है कि आप जितना डालोगे उतना वो भरती रहेगी, एंड एक टाइम के बाद वो फिर आपके जो बाकी ऑर्गन्स हैं, जो इंटरनल मेन ऑर्गन्स हैं, उनको प्रॉब्लम उसमें क्रिएट करने लगती है. एंड हाउ डज इट डू दैट? सो फॉर एग्जाम्पल, देर इज अ टर्म नोन एज विसरल फैट. So visceral fat is the fat that is present near your internal organs, and that happens only when you are consuming too much of food that you should not consume. अब वो जैसे आपके हार्ट के पास जो है ज्यादा फैट अगर है, या फिर लंग्स के पास है, तो जिस पेस पे, जिस इफेक्टिवनेस के साथ आपके ऑर्गन्स को काम करना चाहिए, वो नहीं कर पाते हैं. एंड दैट इज द रीजन वाई आपका स्टैमिना प्रॉब्लम होता है, आपको जो है फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी इश्यूज होते हैं, एंड ऑल दोज थिंग्स हैपन बिकॉज ऑफ दिस थिंग ओनली. So make sure that you're having only that much food that is required for your body. And that there's a calculation for that. I'm just short on time, as I would have taught you the same. Like, we'll come directly to the importance of exercise now. So when I talk about importance of exercise, so there are three lines of defense that your body has. So the first line of defense is comprised entirely or by physical barriers. जैसे आपका स्किन है, so the skin is your external barrier that is there. तो ये आपको पैथोजन जाने का अलाउ नहीं करता है फ्रॉम, लाइक, इट कैन नॉट, लाइक, यू एनीथिंग कैन नॉट पेनिट्रेट डायरेक्टली थ्रू दिस पर्टिकुलर चैनल. बट दैट स्किन अगर इंजर्ड हो जाए, तो फिर एनीथिंग कैन एंटर. सो दैट्स व्हाई we how does exercise helps is कि research has actually shown that skin wound healing जो आपका process है, it becomes way faster in people who exercise regularly compared to sedentary people, like the people who are not exercising or who don't have a healthy lifestyle. So faster wound healing reduces the risk of bacteria and viruses entering the people who are active, because the time frame gets reduced, and the healing is super fast. So that wound gets healed super early. So second line of defense is comprised of innate or natural immunity. So which is mainly made of cells like neutrophils and natural killer cells as WBCs, as we had discussed. So these are the first immune cells to respond to infections. So exercise has got a very much profound effect on the same. And how does it has that? Is because कि, as I told you कि जब आप exercise करते हो तो आपका cardiovascular health and your blood flow in your body increases super fast, and it is like आपका जो है तो जब आपका blood flow improve हो रहा है तो definitely इनका movement, because the blood stream is the channel through which these WBCs also travel. So anywhere in your body, if any of these viruses is found, तो definitely आपका जो inbuilt ambulance है तो that would reach to that particular area like with full force and with a very much faster pace than what a sedentary body would react like. So it, and this process can also detect cancerous cells as well, because when the flow of your blood is happening very fast and to each and every part of your body, so these cancerous cells, even if they're hiding somewhere, so your body can easily identify them when the WBCs or these particular things are traveling and finding throughout your body. The third line of defense, it is completely adaptive, which is mainly comprised of cells called T and B lymphocytes. So exercise has found a profound impact on these cells. So it is shown that lifelong regular exercise may help maintain healthy numbers of young T lymphocytes as we age. So T lymphocytes and B lymphocytes, as we had discussed, so these are the particular cells that are entirely responsible for finding and attacking the antigens. So इनका number age के साथ decrease होता है. So because as I like till 35, 40, your body is particularly moving towards its, like it is around its prime age. After 40, your body starts depreciating. So the numbers of all these important enzymes, cells starts getting reduced, and you don't want that to happen. So that's the reason why older people tend to feel like get sick really fast. In any of the cases, a normal flu, they are the first ones to catch, because their body has stopped like producing those numbers of cells and fighting cells that they generally used to do. So to make sure that these numbers are maintained, we have to keep our body really active and really energetic till the very end. And for the last 4 decades, it has been thought that strenuous, prolonged exercise, such as marathon or marathon running, temporarily suppresses immune function. So that is there, because when somebody tells you that you do more exercise and it is good for you, that is also not the case. So athletes are made to do that because that is their full-time job. This is not your full-time job. You just have to do a certain amount of exercise to make sure that your body is working in a better way. So that's the whole purpose on which multifit works. So functional training is not something which has been understood by the Indian masses, and functional training is one of the most essential thing for these people, for us especially, who are not pursuing athletics or who are not competing in bodybuilding competitions, but we have to do a regular work on a daily basis. For example, I have to take lectures, I have to attend lectures, I have to take exercise, like I have to take exams, I have to prepare for exams. So how does my body works very much efficiently during, like, in all these functions, is through functional training. So we as a company, we entirely focus on the overall fitness to make sure that this particular thing is like people are aware about it and they learn more about it. So I'll also help Mr. Faisal with a lot of functional training exercises, videos, which you can include in your particular day-to-day life. And you can have my mail ID as well. I'll pass it on. And in case of any query or anything, you can get in touch with me directly. So Moishra, I am done for the particular session. You can take it forward from here.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you so much, sir. You have very well talked about the theme. Indeed, it was a very insightful elaboration of the topic. Thank you very much. So the issue is now fixed, and I would like to invite Dr. Zeba Tilban, who is an esteemed professor of Education Department of Integral University, Lucknow.
Hello,
Ma'am?
Mubashra. Now I'm going to share the PPT. Yeah,
Yes,
I'm
ma'am,
audible.
you're audible. Yeah, yeah.
Is it visible now?
No, ma'am, not yet. Yes, ma'am,
It is.
it is visible now. Can
Okay.
see it on the
The
screen.
topic is maintaining psychological resilience in pandemic. This is the need of the hour. Now I will recite a couplet with respect to this pandemic, that is, खौफ भी खौफ ज़दा है ऐसी हालत से अब तो हर शख्स बेखौफ नजर आता है. This will clearly illustrate the situations which this pandemic has created in our life. Now I will explain you the term what is resilience. Psychological resilience is an individual's tendency to cope with stress and adversity. Any kind of stress which you are facing, probably this time it is the stress of the pandemic, and how we will cope with this. I will give you some techniques to cope with the stress this pandemic is creating. First is resilience, I have told you. I will explain it. It is the mental balance. It is the coping mechanism which an individual can use to maintain the mental mindset, a peaceful mental mindset, despite of the contradictory situations which are there, the effect of lockdown, the spread of disease, and how we will maintain our resilience or how we will maintain our psychological balance in this time. Not moving. Now, ways to achieve this resilience. First is limit your screen time when possible. We don't need to be always on the news channel, on the live footage of the coronavirus. We have to be very careful from where we are getting the news. One time, we should fix a certain time, and then we will deal with those things. Only one time a day. Do not be every time online regarding updating yourself about the pandemic situation which is going around you. So first step is limit your screen time when possible. Next is embrace communication practices with your family. This lockdown gave one thing to us, or this pandemic also gave this thing, that we have got a lot of time. We got a lot of time to spend with our family members. We can spend a quality time which we missed. This is the positive outcome of this pandemic, that people remained home. Those who have not visited their place for a long time, their home place, now they came there, they spent a quality time. If you will spend a lot of time with your family members, then by the sharing of the problems or by sharing of the happiness, lot of stress is reduced. Next is another a key concept which probably I have developed on the basis of a couplet of Bashir Badr, an eminent poet of Urdu poetry. कोई हाथ भी न मिलाएगा जो गले मिलोगे तपाक से, ये नए मिजाज का शहर है जरा फासले से मिला करो. A term came social distancing, but as a psychologist, as a human being, I will advocate that please stop this. This is not social distancing, this is physical distancing. We have to be physically, we have to remain at a distance of minimum 2 meters from with each other, but that should not be social distancing. This term is not appropriate, social distancing, because by social distancing, there won't be any sharing of thoughts with each other. This should be physical distancing, It is good to prevent the spread of pandemic because it is contagious. But social distancing means you will be aloof, you will be isolated from the society. If you want to be in the society, in the mainstream line of the society, then what we have to do, we have to practice physical distancing, not social distancing. We should use our technology to maintain this, to avoid this social distancing. Rather than we would maintain physical distancing. Next, engage in mindfulness or meditation techniques to help relieve your stress and reduce your anxiety. What is mindfulness? Meditation, I am not advocating that go and sit like a yogi and practice some thoughts of any words that will give you peace. I'm not saying that. Meditation can be practiced by you being fully present or fully aware of whatever activity you are doing, of whatever thing you are doing. You are watching a serial on your television, then enjoy it to the fullest. You are making a cup of tea for yourself, enjoy the aroma the tea produces. We don't have the time for that. We just make the tea and we have it. We don't enjoy it, we don't relish it. So meditation technique is not just sitting like a yogi and saying om or anything word like that. It is the technique that you enjoy each and every moment in which you are living, aware of where we are, aware of what we are doing. It is the mindfulness. Don't do 2 or 3 works at a time. That is mindfulness. Not mentally and physically, it is not possible also. Next is another word introduced by me, probably creative fashioning of stress. When stress, when you are in a stressful situation due to this pandemic or any stress you have, we have what we have to do. We have to do creative fashioning of the stress. We will do our pending work. Do that work which you usually don't like to do. Some works are there which we don't like to do. For example, cleaning, sitting idly, reading something, doing the household work, doing all the pending works. But thing is that please don't lie down idly, khali बैठ के नहीं रहना है when we are in a stressful situation. The best stress buster is to play with children. Or if you don't have children around you, you become a child yourself. The society has so much burden on us that the child in ourselves dies by the social pressure. So there is a possibility that we can behave like a child, start jumping like a child, start playing like a child, become innocent like a child. Just crush your ego and become innocent like a child. That will give a creative fashioning to stress. Next is tolerating uncertainty and managing worry. There is a lot of uncertainty in our life, and this coronavirus has increased the uncertainty. For example, will I get coronavirus? Will my family and friends will be affected by it? Somebody is coughing in our family, then we are tense that whether it is coronavirus, this is an uncertainty. If I would get coronavirus, how badly ill I will get? How will the pandemic affect my job, my finances? The thing is that I will remind you that worrying doesn't help. When the situation will come, we will deal with it accordingly, or situation will deal with us accordingly. But if you are thinking about the future, and that future is regarding some problem, please don't do that. We don't know what will happen in the future. Thing is that focus your attention on the present moment, any moment in which you are. Don't spoil your present with a worry of future. Problem with we human is that we are just overwhelmed by the past we have lived, and we are in attention of the future. We don't enjoy the present. And we forget that this present will become the past, and this is our future of yesterday. We don't enjoy it. Next is another word is quarantine the stress. The people affected by coronavirus or who have the probability of being affected were a new term we got from the thesaurus, that was the quarantine. So I gave it a term that is, we don't need to quarantine ourselves if we are not affected by it. We need to quarantine the stress. You can see the balloon. You keep the balloon in your brain regarding the stress which is there. The proverb that is written is, accept that you cannot control everything and focus on that which is in your control. We as humans have very limited capacities. So what we should do, we should accept that we can't control everything. So you keep the stress balloon in your brain and then you work accordingly and focus on the thing that which is in your control. For example, if I will get corona in future, so why should I worry today? At least I should enjoy my present. Okay. Next is realistic optimism. This is a term in psychology. Optimism, you know, that is the positive thinking, but that positive thinking should not be unrealistic. That should be realistic. It doesn't mean that you ignore the negative thoughts and assume that everything will be brilliant. Realistic means according to your potentials, according to your capacities. It means you have to keep a balance. We have to keep a balance of the situations. If that some negative will arrive, what will happen? And we should keep a dictionary or in a book that if something happens to me, what will everybody, if somebody has a corona or if somebody dies, everybody asks how many children were there, how is he married, what is the age. So nobody is worried about the person who is dead or who is suffering from some kind of disease. They are worried about the people who is living behind. So what, as a human being, what we have to do? We have to maintain a positive approach towards life. Next is gratitude and kindness. What is gratitude and kindness? We are always complaining about the things which we don't have. But start writing 3 things every day with which you are blessed with. Then that will be your gratitude towards the Almighty, that you will have a feeling that you are better from many people who don't have the things which you have, and that will give you a sense of achievement. See, it is written that whatever you do, don't get stuck on the one thing that ruins your day. See, for example, I had if a person is having a bad dialogue with his boss, then please don't get stuck on that very thing. At least you should be grateful that today was your day. You got up in the morning, you got a life. Many people didn't got a life today. They are dead now. That is the best blessing you can count on. You have the food on your table, you have children around you, you have a job. So I have listed some of the things for which you can show your gratitude. Next is resilience. I will tell you the full form of resilience now. For R, it stands, remember you are good enough. Remember that. The hostlers, the students, and the faculty members who are there, that you should believe that you are the best. You are the good one, whom the Almighty has created. Next is E stands for everyone is different. Problem arises when we think that हाँ तुम बिल्कुल वैसी हो जैसा मैंने सोचा था. No, nobody can be like you. We all are different from each other, and you have to accept the difference prevailing between us. Next is stop comparing yourself. S stands for stop comparing yourself. Don't compare yourself, because you may have some qualities, other person may have other qualities, so you can't compare it. Next is individuality rocks. What is individuality? I stand on myself. I don't have roots. I don't have roots in my parental heritage. I will stand, I will make a place for myself. I won't be based upon the parental heritage left on me. I have to make my place myself. I won't say that, do you know what my father is? I will make my own place in the society. Next is learn something new daily. I'm not saying you go to a library and just start learning something in this pandemic situation. We all learn something new daily, but what we have to do, we have to acknowledge that we have learned that thing. Next, I stands for involve yourself in what you love doing. Don't do boring tasks. Don't do the task for the sake of you are doing it. Make passion, your job, then you will involve yourself in that thing. Next is enjoy things that make you happy. Same thing. Just the things from which you derive satisfaction, that give you satiety, that give you happiness. Enjoy yourself in that. Not every instance, not everyone can be first, second, or third. Please stop this number game. Parents, faculty members who are parents, and hostlers who are students, who are children, please don't be affected so much by the first, second, or third, because Einstein never came first, second, or third. I am giving the best example. You should focus on the performance which you are giving, not on the numbers. Next, C stands for care about yourself and others. That is the empathic building. You have to, or you can say, sustaining yourself or sustainable development. That is care about yourself and also about the boundaries and limitations operating on others. Next, last is expect that some days won't be great. Every day is not your day. Some days you may have some negative experiences also. Next, from my side, that was it. And I will recite a couplet again, and then the mic will be off on you. चला जाता हूँ हंसता खेलता मौजे हवादिस से, अगर आसानियां हो जाएं जिंदगी दुश्वार हो जाए. Thank you. And now your feedback. Thank you. And any questions if you want to ask.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much for sharing your valuable insight with us. The session was so interesting, and I'm sure that anyone who will follow the points that you have given will be able to combat with the psychological problems that are arising in this pandemic. Thank you very much.
Thank
So,
you.
with we have come to an end of this webinar. Today's webinar has been the most enlightening event, which was much needed and appropriate for current times. On the behalf of organizing committee, I take this opportunity to acknowledge the efforts of the participants who have contributed to the smooth and successful conduct of this webinar. I express my greatest sense of eternal gratitude to our Honorable Chancellor and Founder, Professor S. W. Akhtar Sir. I would also like to thank Professor Syed Nadeem Akhtar Sir, Pro-Chancellor, Integral University, and Professor Syed Aqil Ahmed Sir, Vice-Chancellor, Integral University, Lucknow. Without their wisdom and guidance, the Integral University where it stands today won't have been possible. I express my gratitude to Professor Zeba Akhil ma'am for this interesting and perceptive session. Ma'am, I would like to admit that after listening to your lecture, I have learned a lot. And I'm sure that everyone is going to benefit from this session. It will definitely help us to combat with all the psychological problems that are arising in this pandemic. Thank you very much, ma'am, for sparing your valuable time. I would also like to thank Mr. Ahmed Mubin Haris sir for giving his valuable insight on the theme and sparing his valuable time. Sir, the tips that you have shared with us are immensely useful. Thank you very much. I
You're
would
welcome.
like to thank our provost, Professor Syed Misbahul Hassan sir, Dean Faculty of Pharmacy, and Dr. Sabha Siddiqui ma'am, Deputy Provost and Head of the Department, Integral Institute of Agricultural Science and Technology, for their guidance and support. I'm also very grateful to our Chief Warden and Mentor, Dr. Mohammad Faisal sir, Head of the Department Computer Application, for organizing this webinar and showing his trust in me and for providing this opportunity to moderate this webinar. I would also like to thank our Deputy Chief Warden sir, Dr. Salman Khan sir, for his encouragement and support. I would like to thank the coordinators of this webinar and the whole hostel team who were directly or indirectly involved in this webinar. Last but not the least, I would like to take this opportunity to place on record our heartily thanks to the enthusiastic audience of this session, especially the hostel boarders and the students for making this webinar a huge success. I hope that everyone has learned a lot and we will meet again for some more intellectual discussions in future. Inshallah. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a nice day. Thank you so much, everyone, and Allah Hafiz.
Okay. Ta-ta.